So Lower Woods. Lower Woods is one of the largest ancient woodlands in southwest England. By an ancient woodland, I mean a woodland that's been there since at least 1600. This far predates that. Evidence of Roman villa behind the lodge and human occupation for millennia, so very important woodland. As I say, it's just over 700 acres. It's what we call a coppiced woodland, so a coppice with standard. So traditionally the trees that you'll see around you were cut to ground level and allowed to regrow as multiple stems. They were used for all manner of things, from sheep hurdles to cladding for buildings, everything, literally everything we use for plastic nowadays. It was a real resource in the local area, a very important site, and it's a very quiet nature reserve nowadays, but in the past would have been alive with local people carrying out the practice of coppicing. So this place has been studied for a long time. It's always been known to local naturalists, particularly from the Bristol area. It's been very famous for its butterflies, in particular silver-wash fritillary and white letter hairstreak and white admiral. But in all we get around 32 species of butterfly found within the woodland. Bird life, again, through the practice of coppicing, it was always somewhere suitable for whatever your requirements were, because there's different age groups of regrowth from the woodland management. And so traditionally it was very well known for Nightingale. It's the most westerly part of the country with Nightingale, and unfortunately they have gone down in numbers across the country. That's various reasons for that, and so we've been working a great deal on this side of the woodland to coppice the areas to make it a lot more suitable for nightingales. So over the last couple of seasons we've been working on our Better for Birds project, and that's been about opening up the ride that I'm stood on now. So this was traditionally known as Abraham's Walk, and if you're local you're actually known as Adder Bank, because it was back in the day when it was very wide and open, a very good site for adders. So the project has been to open up this ride. So it was just a very narrow 3-metre ride running through here. We've gone all the way down to the river here, which has got the little Avon just below us, to create this very wide open ride. It also runs east to west, and that's great because we get light for a long period of the day, and it also links up with a neighbouring farm which still have an adder population. So we're hoping that by opening up this ride, keeping it mown, keeping it open, that it will hopefully attract adders back into the woods. Obviously from a bird life point of view, these edges are fantastic. We've already had spotted flycatcher, which is a great bird, and definitely breeding pairs along this area. Again, they've been restricted to this ride. You don't find them within the woodlands. They're on the area that we've recently cleared. As well as that, on the river we've started to notice dipper. They may well have been there all along, but because we've now opened up the edges of the river, it's made it a lot more suitable for them, and regular kingfishers as well. So the work's involved myself and our groups of volunteers. I have 3 groups of volunteers, well 2 normally, but with a recent situation restricted to 6 volunteers at a time, so have them 3 days a week. And we've been working our way through here, and the volunteers have been cutting the smaller trees, keeping as much of the woodland products as possible, so anything useful, anything we make charcoal here. We sell on larger wood for firewood, anything much larger than that, any of the oaks and that we have milled out and to use on projects around our reserve and other reserves in Gloucestershire. And everything else has been burnt up. So the volunteers and myself have been kept very busy cutting away through here. You know, it's a very dense project, and now we're faced with the task of keeping it open. So we still have a lot of wood to remove from here, which we sell to a local firewood contractor, and again that all gets used in the local community. So it's a nice sustainable way of managing the woodland. And as you can see, the light's flooding in here now in what was a very dark part of the woodland. But without the volunteers' help, you know, I wouldn't have got very far on this one.